Hi, Izzy.
Hi, Kiki. How are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's so nice to see
Awesome.
you today.
You too. You too. Well, let me introduce us. I'm Kiki from Living Food Page. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Um, as you know, my heart is to bring awareness of better health. And I am so excited to introduce to you Izzy from Zurvita, and she is from the compliance department. And she's kept me on my toes many times, but I'm so grateful, Izzy, that you've taught me how to share Zurvita and how we get to change lives together. So thank you for taking the time and allowing me to interview you. Usually it's people that I've introduced the product to, but you were on this way before I was. So thank you for connecting with me and how did we meet and your benefits and anything you would like to share maybe with other consultants hearing our video today.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you for, having compliance as part of this call with you. Like you said, I work for Zurvita on the corporate side, in the compliance department. And I have been with Zurvita for 6 years. So I forget how long you've been with us. Has it been like 2 years?
Four
It's
years in May.
4 years? Oh my God. The time just flies by. But
Yes.
like you said, I've been drinking Zeal like a little bit longer than you have, but I love it just as much as you. I probably don't talk about it as much as you do because you're like in love with Zeal.
Yeah, I
But
love that.
I drink Zeal every single day. So I did want to share my testimony because you're actually the first one that asked me to do that. You've been the first one to ask me to do
In
that.
six
Um,
years, I'm the only one.
Yeah, well,
What?
I was recently on a call kind of talking about how I, started working with Zurvita, but you're the first one that ever asked, like, well, how did you, end up here and what's your
Yes.
story? So I really appreciate that because
Oh,
you've become a really good friend.
yes.
And I love working with you because you ask me questions, you're curious, you want to know how to do things and you accept all the feedback and every time we are working on something you're so open-minded, so I really appreciate that. But
Yeah.
just to start off, how I found Zurvita, it's a pretty quick story because it happened so fast, but it's one
Mm,
of those things where, and I know you'll understand, where I was at the right place at the right time because God made it so. So I remember just coming in for an interview one day. I didn't know really what compliance, like what all it meant, but the things that, I was going to be doing, like all that, behind the scenes stuff, reporting and stuff like that, I was already good at that. So I was confident. I came in. I thought it was going to be like a regular opportunity, but it turned out to be something like more special, and
wow.
I realized that the first day, when I came in for the interview, because it just really felt like everybody was a family. And usually when people say that, they don't really mean it, or maybe it's not quite right, like, quite as like a family. But this is, to me, it's been kind of like a home, and now we're not at the corporate office, but all the people that I work with, the people on my team, we talk like nonstop. We are a family, so it makes sense that I would be in a department where we protect the company, we protect not only our employees but also everyone in the field. And I love my job because not only do I have the motivation to protect the company and make sure that we're here for the long run, it's my passion. It's what I love to do. I don't see it as a job. But ever since day one, it's been just welcoming for me. And I
Wow.
love to be that for other people. Like when I met you, my job that day was not to reach out to you and, scare you away. I called you and I really just wanted to be welcoming. And we ended up, being friends. And now,
Yes.
everybody can call me at any time and ask me questions, but you just keep the conversation going. You're always asking how I'm doing. I love hearing about you and your family and how you're doing and your interviews. So really, these are all just relationships that, I really, cherish. And,
Yes.
I'm just happy I'm at the right place at the right time. And with Zeal, um, this is a product that, some people, hear the basic benefits that it's going to give you, like, the four top things. Sometimes it might not seem like a lot, but those things can change your life when you have the energy that you need to take on your day.
Yeah.
When you have mental clarity, you can do the things that you're meant to do. You know, it's one thing to be tired all the time, and another thing to have the nutrition you need to take care of your family and talk to people and be there present, like mentally and, you know, spiritually. So I love Zeal. I've been drinking it, like I said, every single day. And to me, it's not those huge changes that happened all at once, like a miracle. It's not nothing like that. It's something that over time, it just motivated me to become even like a healthier person. So that's my Zeal story. I'm not gonna ever stop drinking it. I'm probably the number 2 fan because you're the first, Kiki. So, so that's my story.
Wow. You touched on so many things, Izzy. You know, people don't feel like, oh, what's brain fog? That was me. Or what's energy? I didn't know what feeling better felt like. So how could you really understand? Right? To me, now moving forward 4 years in, people have settled for all of that as normal. And I was one of them. But you know, when I had my encounter, my brain fog, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never been so clear. The energy, I've never had such amazing energy without a crash. And it just, like you said, the more I drank it, more testimonies unfolded. And when I felt brand new in mind, body, and spirit, and I said, what's in that drink? I didn't know, but really, I didn't care. Give me some more. And the more I drank it, I was just wanting more and more. I didn't want to miss a day. And now it's been 4 years and I get it now. And so what I'm learning is it's really about educating people. They don't know what they don't know. And you know what's so funny is that most people know me as the flan lady, Fantastic Desserts. So here I
You've
come
told me.
talking about this amazing product that's years advanced and it's helping. It was like what does she know? And I didn't understand it at first, but I do now. And you know what? There's always a new thing. And I still make the best flan, but I'm not changing lives with sharing that. I'm changing lives through Zeal Wellness. And you know, you may get 1 out of 5 or 1 out of 10, but when that one person calls me up and tells me their testimony, I'm like, there it is. There it is. So you really have to drink it to encounter it, right? To understand it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I understand, like, it's funny when you say that story about how you were this other person where you were all about these delicious desserts and now all of a sudden you're like almost obsessed with this like really nutritional supplement. Like I was kind of like that too. Like it's almost embarrassing that I didn't know anything about vitamins and like minerals and what I needed to take daily and stuff like that. It was like, you know, kind of eye-opening once you look at the label for Zeal and you see like all these things working together. Like, oh, I never knew that I needed something like this, because you don't think about it like, oh, if this day wouldn't have been so hard if I had the energy to get through it, you know, like you need energy to get through things and focus like mentally. But you never think about that. And now it's almost like you're a new person because you're motivated to see, okay, well, what else do I need? And how can I help other people feel the same way? So your story always gets me because that's how I am. But I don't like saying it. Like I didn't know anything about nutrition, but now I'm like a student. I'm learning everything. Every time you talk to me, you teach me something. So I'm like, I'm still learning.
Wow. And the funny thing is, like, you're learning from me, really. I wasn't educated on nutrition. That's why I said no for 2 years. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good. No, I wasn't good. You know, and then she came and gave me samples. She knocked on my door. I'm like, oh my God, it's Tanya. You know, and now I thank her. I thank her because how I feel, my family, you know, Joyce, everybody around me is going to hear about Zeal. I have to share. And if they're not open, at least I say, you know, I did try to share. Maybe someday they'll, you know, think about me and they'll come back. But it's my job to share this quality of life that we're all feeling, you know, in many areas of our life. And that's how Living Food Page came about. I love my Living Food name. I love it, love it, love it, because there's no other food out there that has made me feel alive like Zeal Wellness. And so I just love my title, and I want to thank you for being patient with me, because I was so excited to share the product, and there is a right way and there is a wrong way. And I've had to learn a lot of times. I'm like, oh, I got a message from Izzy, but honestly, I've already known that, you're here to help me grow my business, share the product, because we're so passionate about what we do, whether we're consultants or whether we're in compliance. We are in an amazing company. And if I had a job and I wasn't a consultant, I may just move to Houston, Texas to be a part of that family, because not everybody experiences a family like atmosphere at work. And if they do, well, great, right? So we have the best of both worlds going on. And I just want to say thank you so much. I mean, I found a friend. We haven't met in person yet, but maybe in a future convention, right? And my daughter.
Yes, I hope so.
You live in Houston? Where do you live?
Yes, I live in Houston. I feel like I remember seeing you at Zurvita Fest. I feel like I remember seeing you, but it was actually like my first event that I ever went to. So it was a little bit overwhelming. Like I didn't know a lot of the people. Like I talked to them over the phone, but it was different, obviously, in person. But I feel like I remember seeing you just because of your hair.
Yeah,
so I really hope that the next event, like I get to actually see you and give you a big hug. But hopefully that's soon,
Wow. Yes, I hope so too. Well, I will look for you for sure, and take a picture with you.
Look for the pink hair.
Selfies, but
yeah.
But thank you for sharing your story, and continue to do what you do. You're really amazing. You're amazing of even how you approached me. And I just say this without humility, is that I already know what the word says, is that, when someone's trying to teach us something, if we're not open, well, we're just harming ourselves. So you've allowed me to be a better consultant, and sharing the product even with friends and family. And so thank you so much. Because of you, I've grown, and I will continue to share. And thank you for supporting my Living Food page. And yeah, we're on this journey together. Thank you.
Yay, thank you. Do you want to do our cheers?
Ooh,
our
yes,
zero
girl.
cheers?
That's right. We're going to do our cheers.
I used
right
my coffee cup because I don't drink coffee, so it's appropriate that it's full of zeal.
This is our coffee right here. Cheers.
It is. Cheers. It's better than coffee.
Yes, awesome. Oh, let me get my. You just feel it going in there.
I love your little mason jar.
So good. Yes. Yes.
You might think it's weird, but I actually drink mine with breakfast, like every day. I don't know if that's weird, because most people like to drink it, kind of like by itself, but no shame. I drink it with my breakfast. I love the flavor.
Well, I do it first thing. When I get up, maybe 4 or 5, I have my zero ready and I drink it, and I'm like right away. But if I do my breakfast, I do more than one a day, so I feel good all day long. So I'll squeeze it in anywhere. I don't care.
Don't tell people how many times you drink it. I can guess though. You're always like have this big old smile. You're always like awake. I don't know how you do it, but you're amazing. I'm doing 2 times a day now. I'm drinking it 2 times a day. Sometimes I forget to do it. If I don't do it like first thing in the morning, I'll forget, and I'm like, why am I so sleepy? And then like at 1 p.m. I'm like, oh yeah, like I get to have my seal. But yeah, will forever be what got us together as friends. And like, as I don't know why I always think of everybody in the field as my, like, I don't know, not coworkers, but like, I don't know, extended family. So forever, I'm here to support you, to make you feel like you don't have to have all the answers all the time, because you can always, reach out to me. So, and I'll try to mix it up with messages, so you don't always think you're in trouble. I'm gonna reach out and send you like funny pictures like that, and say
no, I'm fine. Izzy, just one last question. Maybe there's someone hearing this video and they don't know what zeal is. What would you say to them?
Well, that's a good question, because I have to be careful how I share it with my family, because if not, they'll quickly say no, thank you, so I have to sneak it in kind of like subtle, like just to describe it simply. So usually I tell people that it's like a drink that actually tastes good. It's like an energy drink, and that's the main thing I say. It's like an energy drink, but it tastes good and it's good for you. So because I'm kind of like new to the whole nutrition world, I stop there. I let them. I try to see what kind of how they look, their expression. Like, are they gonna try it? And then I share whatever I'm drinking. I'll give them like a scoop. I'll mix it up for them because I want them to try it on the spot. So that's where I start, and then I just start telling them about all the things that are in it. So I let them look at the label. That's just the compliance side of me. I'm like, look at the label, like look
Yeah.
at the ingredients. So I'm telling them, like, I'm not just saying that. I'm telling you this is something that I drink all the time. Like, feel free to try it, take a sample. Like, this is what I do. I just tell them this is what I do. I don't sell it to people. I'm not gonna push it on you. This is just anytime you need something to pick you up and to make you feel good, feel better. Just you feel free to come over. We'll try it. I'll tell you what's in it. But that's pretty much it. I don't try to oversell it or Zeal will always sell itself. People will always want to try it. It's good tasting. It's not something that you have to shove down people's throats. It's so easy to share it, and yeah, it's pretty simple.
That's awesome. And I'm sure they look at your skin. You've got the Zeal look, you've got the nourished face. And I think that's just the Zeal, that people see. One thing I do say is that it's very affordable and we spend more on things that are harming us. And I just say, give yourself permission to try this drink. Okay. So I'll let you say it's less than what? I'm going to let you so we don't have to edit.
You've said it before, but I couldn't forget it. You said it was like less than $3 a day or something like that. But no, I love that. I know that you are after people because you're like, I'm telling you, it's good. It's good. I like that approach because I rather say that than say, hey, like, I know you drink those energy drinks. I know you drink all those sugary drinks. I don't like being like that anymore because then I'm scaring them away. So I like your approach where you're like telling them, I'm telling you, it's so good for you. You're telling them the positives. Because I was one of those people that before I never even liked energy drinks. They they don't taste good. So I used to tell people, that drink is so bad for you. Like, I care about your health. But now instead of just telling them that, I'm like, hey, this is what I'm drinking. This is what I'm doing to better my health because I went from not caring about any type of healthy stuff and now I eat salads for lunch. so
Right.
I think they can see a change. So show them that change, show them that it is good for them. So that's why I like your approach. You're much more positive. You're energetic. I think they could see it on your face that you're like a Zeal person for life.
Right. Oh yeah. People know. And and they're still not open. They're like, wow, you look different. You look good. And my friend, she got on after 4 years and she goes, Kiki, your personality even changed. And I've heard that before. It's like liquid confidence. It just does something to yourself. So, but anyways, we can go on, Miss Izzy. So we'll do a part 2, moving forward, maybe in summer. Maybe your hair will be like a light pink and mine would be like another color. We'll kind of plan that.
Oh my God.
I love it.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate you. Made my day. And we'll be connecting via Messenger. But I will get this video out. And I truly, truly appreciate you, Izzy. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
Talk to you soon.
Okay. We'll see you later. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.